Spencer Duby here live in the studio. Now, this is a Music Monday interview, and we have a returning guest. Last time she had a different last name. She has a brand new one now. Lisa DiFazio, she's in the studio, and she has a brand new baby as well. Congratulations. Welcome back. It is great to see you.
Thank you so much. What a great intro. I love it.
I'm glad you do. How are things? Obviously hectic, busy, but amazing, right?
Exactly. All the things. We're living the blessed life right now. We've welcomed Pearson Anthony DiFazio into the world. He's 10 months old already, and he's growing up as a music studio kid with me every day at Elite Studios. He hangs out with me, and it's really cool to see all the parents and students come in and make a fuss over him. So it's been really fun.
That is amazing. Congratulations. I'm sure you're going to be having him enrolled when he's a little bit older, or maybe even now, just let him banging on some drums. Or...
Absolutely. Well, let's use that perfect segue into our Parents and Talks classes.
Yes.
He's been, we joke that he's been teaching the classes with me because he's done so many now. He comes to every single class. We have babies classes from newborn up to 18 months. And then we have toddler classes as well, 18 months to 3 years. And he hangs out for both. And we do lots of music and movement with my good friend and colleague Jessica Bondi from Lakeshore Childhood Development Services. And so we have a great time just kind of exposing the kids to music and getting them to, you know, for the babies, obviously they're with their mom or dad or guardian, and the guardian will help them play the drums, and you get a big smile on their face, and then we'll show them the different instruments and let them, you know, rip on our guitar strings on the not so expensive guitars at the studio, and it's a blast.
Yeah, who doesn't love music? You have to be an insane person if you don't like music,
right?
But I think that is amazing because it's not that common, to me at least, where you hear of these programs offered at such a young age like that.
Yeah.
And I got to go back because I need a quick refresher. Elite Studios Windsor. Mm-hmm. Were you one of the starters, or is this like an organization that you kind of just developed in Windsor? Were you like a founding member?
It's me.
It's you.
It started in my living room, you know, very humble beginnings in the living room of my home. And I've been teaching actually 21 years now because I started as a young teenager. And it's crazy, actually. I was just thinking about the numbers coming in here. We had a post on our Instagram not too long ago that we have taught, I forget what it was, something like 70,000 plus lessons. That's just since we started with our current software system. So that's not including the 10 years before that that I was teaching on my own. So it's really cool to see those, not only the numbers are cool, but where the real pride and joy comes from is seeing how it affects these people's lives, either kids that have grown up with us or people that came in as adults, and how they're enjoying their music journey now. For example, one child that started with us is now not a child anymore. Perhaps you've heard of Carson Janik.
Yes.
And he's doing some really cool things on the country music scene, and we are so proud of him. He's touring Canada right now. We also have some teachers that have quite the clout, which we're, you know, so proud of them as well. Like Christian Vey, he's only with us Tuesdays and Wednesdays in the studio, and he only has a couple spots left actually for the whole year because he's always flying out somewhere, playing with amazing artists all over North America, and we're hugely proud of him. And lots of others. I could talk about our team all day because they're such a great team of people. They're so talented, but above and beyond the talent and the credentials that we need to see bringing them on, because we are very picky who we bring on. The thing that really matters and trumps all of that is that they know how to teach and communicate with people, and they truly care. Because I always joke about, well, you can have Beyonce herself in here, but if she can't teach, then it doesn't matter.
So the humble beginnings, literally in your own living room, when you first started this, was it just going to strictly be for younger people, not so much like, preschoolers and tots, or did you have that idea right from the beginning too?
I did not have that idea right from the beginning. We've always been ages 4 and up. So it's pretty industry standard that you can have a music lesson, specifically piano, we recommend to start with for different reasons, ages 4 and up. So the preschool thing, we started that, I'm trying to think now, I think 2017, we started doing preschool stuff. But it was always other people that we hired to run it. And now with the arrival of our own little guy, I was very involved with wanting to run it myself in partnership with Jessica. So that's been really, really fun. But no, that was not in the original plan. I do remember when I started teaching piano, one of my very first students was a 40-year-old lady who had already taught a few lessons on her own. She was grade 8 at that time and didn't have her theory. So the music theory is the written part of music that nobody really signs up for when you're starting music lessons, but it's like super helpful to know so that as you're learning how to play your instrument, everything is clicking into place because you understand the language. You get like how everything works. So she needed that aspect. So I was teaching her, and I remember feeling so intimidated because I'm a teenager teaching this 40-year-old, and it didn't matter. I still had so much value to bring her, and I think that really boosted my confidence to see how much I was able to help her. And ever since then, it's been all ages, 4 to 100.
I love it. I think that's a genius idea. I really do, starting so young like that. I love that. You don't hear of that, you especially in this area. So this is great. Who knows how many prodigies are going to come out of Windsor, Essex County now because of Elite Studios Windsor. Hey,
I love it. Yeah, it's a really interesting question. As a parent, people are always asking, is it nature or is it nurture when it comes to somebody's, let's say, talents at their given instrument. And we do a variety of instruments at Elite, but I think that it's really a combination of both. You need to have the built-in skill, and you need to have a little bit of, everybody has some kind of strength. Some have, maybe an exceptional talent that still needs to be honed in with some proper training. But when I have kids sign up or adults sign up, it's more, where are your strengths and where are your weaknesses? Because everybody has them. So, you, Spencer, if I sat you down at my instrument, the piano, it'd be interesting to see, like, are you really, really good at pitch? Are you good at rhythm? Like, where is the gaps? Because that's where I want to hone in. You're giving me these faces.
Now I'm scared. Who knows? It's probably neither.
That's too funny. Well, it's up to us to figure that out. And so we do a series of little tests that don't feel like tests. We're just kind of getting to know our students and, hey, try this, try that. And we very quickly can hone in on, okay, these are your strengths. We're going to focus on the weaknesses so that they can become strong too. And then you put everything together, and that's where the magic happens.
I love it. Well, don't go anywhere, folks. Lisa and I still have much more to talk about. Until then, here are some more great hits and timeless classics on the Berg. Hello, friends. Spencer Duby here in the studio, joined by Lisa DiFazio of Elite Studios Windsor. And I'm having a great time chatting with her, learning all about some different community events and programs we were chatting off air about that they offer at Elite Studios Windsor. Lisa, do you have any other events that you would like to highlight to everybody that nobody might know yet, just yourself or only select few?
Great question. Well, we try to really have as many performance events that we have as opportunities for our students through the year. So we did just finish 2 weekends ago the Children's Fest, which was put on by the Rotary Club of Windsor. So that was great. We had a few students come out and play for that. But on a bigger note, we do have Glenn Drover coming to the studio on October 16th. And he has been a part of a bunch of different bands, but probably most notably is the band Megadeth. So if you're a Metallica fan, you probably have heard of Megadeth. And Glenn was with them for about 4 years, I believe. And he's doing a little seminar at Elite Studios. Again, at October 16th, you can get tickets on our Instagram page or on our Facebook page, and also available on our website. And it's just $20, and we only have 60 seats. So it's going to be like an up close and personal event with the guy himself.
That's unbelievable. Yeah. How'd you swing that? Like, just reach out via email or?
Yeah, you know what? Long story short, we ended up connecting and we booked a Zoom call just to kind of get to know each other and see if we could do something as a collaboration. And through conversation, this is what we came up with. So he's just going to be talking about, it's going to be a seminar. So you can be a musician or a non-musician and just, an enjoyer of music and listen to his stories about touring and what it's like playing in front of hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. And also he's going to be doing a guitar demo. So if you are a guitarist, you'll really enjoy that. And it's a bit of a performance at the end. So I think it's going to be a super cool event. So I encourage everybody to get your tickets while you can and come on out.
Awesome. Well, listening to the way that you have orchestrated Elite Studios Windsor, it seems like you're kind of ahead of the curve with everybody, implementing some groundbreaking techniques, starting the kids young. That baffles me. I just haven't heard of anything like that. So I think that's amazing. I think that's genius. Is there any new state-of-the-art equipment you got at Elite Studios or any new upgraded instruments, anything like that?
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that. Well, first of all, I would love to say that all of our piano lessons are done on full acoustic grand pianos, which is not heard of. And I had a representative from Roland come up from Toronto and say that he hasn't heard of anyone in all of southeastern Ontario that does that. So we're really proud of that. And the reason we did that is because growing up, I always wanted to play on a grand piano, and we didn't have a grand piano. Most people don't because it's expensive. So that was a passion project that we did by purchasing all those. Not a great business move because they're expensive, but it definitely fueled our values. And I hope that everybody loves playing on those. So that's one thing. And then new purchases, we just purchased a top of the line drum kit. So this one's an electric. We have an acoustic Mapex. That's a great kit as well. But this is a Roland kit, and our current drum teacher is pretty pumped about it. So,
yeah, well, classic, so great brand, cool. Great brand.
Right.
That's if you're gonna go electric, you've got to be Roland.
There you go. That's it. Yeah, and then also I can't remember if we talked about this, Spencer, last time I was on the show, but I brought up that during the pandemic we built out a whole production room. And it's really, really cool, actually. It has the ability to do live recordings from the stage, or students that are just learning, they can come in. Let's say we have a 10-year-old. They can professionally record whatever instrument that they're working on and keep that as a keepsake. Like, this is what Spencer was learning at 10 years old versus next year or versus now. So that's really cool. And then if they want to get even more crazy with it, and that's just at the cost of about a regular lesson. We were able to really get that cost down for our students so that they can have that experience just to get in. And how cool is that to do a recording in our production room? But then if they want to do a bigger production instead of, just recording, and have the sound engineer add other instruments in, like drums. Let's say they're a singer, they add drums in and the strings and make it a bigger production, then we can do that too. And at that point, they can put it on Spotify or on YouTube, Apple Music, and that's just so cool. That's what the kids want to do these days, is promote their abilities that way.
I love that. Do you keep a copy of the recording as well and use that kind of as reviewing footage back to see, okay, in case I missed anything in person, okay, they're weaker there, but they have a strength there. Do you go by that and then follow the progress along?
Do you mean as a teacher?
Yes.
Ooh, as a teacher, honestly, we know before, like, you barely have to touch your instrument and we already know. But of course, if we notice something in the recordings, then sure, of course, we'll hone in on that. But yeah, we're always very in tune with where you were last week and where you were this week. And of course, that brings us to practicing, which is always the hard part, to stay consistent, whether it's at the gym or just anything in life. It's hard to stay consistent because that requires discipline, which is hard for young and old. But I think that that's one of the reasons why it's so respected to play an instrument, is because it does take time and effort and dedication. And that is highlighted through your end result, right? Mm-hmm. And it's also a lifetime skill. So that's a positive thing, that you can always continue getting better. And we do showcase that each year, actually twice a year. We have our big showcase events, and you may have seen those floating around social media. We're very proud of our showcases because it's turned into quite the event. We have food, we have photographers, we have professional, videographers, and we have our big Christmas bash, and then in June we have a themed one. So this past June, for example, we did Scottsdale, Arizona type vibe, whereas the previous year we did beach club. We've done old Hollywood red carpet, we've done Northern Lights, and it's just a fun way for the whole community to participate in a variety of ways. Whether the students want to theme their music, which is totally a choice, that it's not mandatory, or whether they'd like to participate in our little color theme type of thing. Like for Northern Lights, we said wear reds and greens and purples. It'll just look so cool for our professional media, right? And so for those that participated, I think it just adds that pizzazz and that memory. Oh my goodness, do you remember the Scottsdale, Arizona? They remember it that much more in their minds.
Yes. Hope someone, if you get the reference, hopefully you do. I hope someone covered these eyes by the Guess Who.
Oh, absolutely.
That's from Superbad. It's a whole thing, folks. If you know, you know. Otherwise, go look it up. That's all you got to type in. Superbad, these eyes. That's all. Anyways, you are a phenomenal piano player and a great singer. Have you ventured off into any solo shows, or have you joined a band, or just kind of played with a band for a show? Or
I've played with a ton of different bands over the years, but lately, as I've been, mostly focused on Elite and our students, I've been just doing kind of one-offs. I've been playing with Christian Vey, the Christian Vey band. You might have seen us at the casino playing at Cosmo Lounge a handful of times. And then we also, sometimes I play at local restaurants. I have a relationship with Winology, and so I love to hang out with the crew at Winology, and I'll play for them. And then this coming Saturday, I've got just a private gig, a house party that I'm playing. So I do a few things here and there just to keep me creatively inspired.
So busy, it's insane.
Yes, I tell myself this too. As long as it all stays with, the goals and the passion, then I think it's all good.
Well, as we wrap up here, Lisa, this is amazing stuff that you do. If anybody, what is the easiest way to get in touch with Elite Studios Windsor? Is it your website?
Yeah, you can use our website or our social media, or you're welcome to call or text us. May I say the phone number?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Even shout out the website, the social media, everything.
Sure. Our social media is Elite Studios Windsor. Our website is elitestudioswindsor.com, and our phone number is 519-999-8903. 8903. And of course, that's on our website as well. So please reach out, and I'd love to book you in for a lesson to try, no matter young or old. It is not too late, guys. There's some weird thing that people think it's too late. It's never too late. So whether you're, a drummer at heart, or you've always wanted to learn to sing and you've been programmed to believe that you don't have a voice or you can't carry a pitch, that is not true. You can absolutely learn, and that is what we do. That's our bread and butter. So come on in, and you can try just one lesson and just see how you like it and how you do. And that way it's no commitment. We can go from there and get you really rocking.
Well, straight from the mastermind behind Elite Studios Windsor herself, Lisa DiFazio. Thank you so much. It is great to see you, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your day, coming back in. It's been almost 2 full years.
Yeah, a lot's happened, like you said.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's great to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Thanks so much for having me, Spencer.